It is 6:45 this morning. Welcome back to Today in AZ. We're taking a live look from the U.S. Capitol this morning, where the battle rages on over the next coronavirus relief bill. Democrats hope to have the nearly $2 trillion plan on President Biden's desk by the end of next week.
And joining us live this morning to talk about the latest on the deal is Senator Mark Kelly. Good morning, Senator.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on.
All right, thanks for being here. When it comes to the COVID relief deal, the Democrats are looking to get it done before next Sunday because that's when unemployment insurance and other jobless benefit programs run out. And we have to listen to the entire bill be read aloud today. But do you think it'll be done by then?
Well, not by today, but by tomorrow or over the weekend, certainly it will be done, even if we read the entire 600 pages. The important thing here is there is an enormous amount of need in Arizona and across the country, and we can't allow political attempts to derail this package. As you mentioned, unemployment assistance expires in 2 weeks. There's hundreds of thousands of Arizonans and their families that need that assistance. So I'm focused on passing this relief bill, quickly. It might take through the weekend. It's going to increase vaccine distribution, direct payments. It's going to help seniors. I've got a piece of legislation that's in it that allocates more than $1.5 billion to the Aging Network for essential services for seniors.
So the latest headline on the deal is that the income requirements for the next round of stimulus money looking a lot narrower. Estimates are showing that this could mean 16 million fewer Americans will qualify to receive a check. Do you support this?
Well, so as I've said all along, it's when you're spending $1.9 trillion of the taxpayers' money, it's important that it goes to the places that need it the most. So it's targeted. And this relief package is going to provide low and moderate income households with these $1,400 checks. It's not only to the parents, it includes children and non-child dependents as well. And it's intended to help families who need it the most.
Raising the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour has been a sticking point in this deal, and the Senate parliamentarian recently said that minimum wage could not go in this proposal, but the vice president can overrule her. What should the federal minimum wage be, and how should this be handled?
Hey, as I've spoken to Arizonans over the last couple of years, and even before this, it is impossible for somebody to raise a family on the existing minimum wage. So, I mean, folks should not be struggling to make ends meet when they're working 40 hours a week. So the federal minimum wage needs to be raised. But right now, my focus is on this COVID-19 relief bill, getting it passed as fast as possible and getting help to Arizonans who really need it.
Well, let's switch gears a bit, talking about kids in classrooms. As you know, yesterday, Governor Ducey issued an executive order calling for all schools to reopen for in-person learning by March 15th. You're a father, of course. Would you send your kids back to school right now?
Hey, I was speaking to Kathy Hoffman, the superintendent of public instruction, over the weekend. We have 1.1 million school-aged children in Arizona, K through 12. I mean, we've lost touch with tens of thousands of them. Kids need to get back to school. How and when we do it, I feel should be up to school districts. This bill has $170 billion to help K through 12 schools and higher education institutions open for in-person learning. So it's critical. That's why this bill really matters. We still have a public health crisis. School districts, have the tools at their disposal to figure out when is the best time for them to do this. But I feel, we've got to get kids back in the classroom. We've got to make sure schools have the resources to do that.
Well, Senator Kelly, let's talk about another bill now. The House voted on a bill to permanently ban uranium mining near Grand Canyon National Park. You and Senator Sinema introduced the Senate version of the bill last week. But Republican Representative Paul Gosar from right here in Arizona called this, quote, an open attack on northern Arizona mining and the hardworking people of my district, end quote. So why do you support the ban on uranium mining?
Well, so it's because it's the Grand Canyon. We're a state that, our mining industry is incredibly important to jobs and to our economy. But we're talking about the Grand Canyon here. It is a treasure, not only for the state of Arizona, for our country, but for the planet. It attracts millions of visitors every year, which means, a multiple of millions of dollars to our economy every single year. We've got to protect it, so I think it's a really poor idea to mine uranium in and around the Grand Canyon.
Another big mining story in our state, talking about the San Carlos Apache tribe's fight to protect what they consider sacred ground in the Tonto National Forest. The land is scheduled to become one of the largest copper mines in the country. Senator John McCain, whose seat you now hold, supported the bill to allow it. President Biden hitting the brakes on it. What do you think about this one, the permanent ban?
Well, so there was an economic impact statement. It's in the courts right now. We need to see the details of how this is going to impact the environment and the impact to tribes. But at the same time, like I said previously, mining is an important industry to the state of Arizona. So this has to resolve itself in the courts and with the federal government. I'm interested to seeing what happens with the EIS if there's another one. But this is a critical issue for those tribal communities.
All right, Senator Mark Kelly, just a few months on the job, couple of months really, and already getting his hands dirty. Senator, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.